Max.
Yeah.
Lamar. Did he prove he can be a better passer?
Absolutely, yes, and I have something to say about this. When I watched Lamar Jackson in college, I thought he doesn't look to me like a pro quarterback.
Okay.
And you have to realize when you say that about a quarterback, an African-American quarterback, the stereotype through the years.
Yep.
Now, just because you think you may be enlightened, right, because you're not saying that about every quarterback, right, who's black or white. For example, Deshaun Watson looked like he was going to be an excellent pro quarterback to me. Although even he went a little lower maybe than he should have been, and Trubisky went higher, right? Yeah. But just because you believe you're enlightened on a subject doesn't mean you can't be influenced by kind of negative stereotyping that has gone on through the years. Why is Lamar Jackson dismissed to the extent that he's been dismissed? So I talk a lot about Warren Sharp and Sharp Analytics, Stephen A., and he'd been running around all summer telling everyone Lamar Jackson is a much, much better player than people realize. Here's the thing about Lamar, who lit it up.
Yeah.
Warren Sharp's point was they got to pass on first down because they load against the run, the defenses do. And when he passes on first down, he's highly successful. That's what they did yesterday a lot, right? And look how successful. Understand. So of all the, again, this is Warren Sharp's analytics, of all the quarterbacks, Stephen A., who've tempted 150 passes, right? So like actual guys who played at his age or younger, age 21, guys who include, the list includes Matthew Stafford, Drew Bledsoe, Alex Smith, who went 1 overall, Sam Darnold. He had the highest passer rating ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Of all rookie quarterbacks with 150-plus attempts, including Andrew Luck and Jared Goff, he had not only a higher passer rating, but more yards per attempt. In other words, when you compare apples to apples with Lamar Jackson, comparing him to every quarterback who ever played at the same age, he's been better in important areas than all of them. And yet there is an idea like he is real. He said not bad for a running back. He also has a great personality, by the way. They put him in a position to win, and he won. He absolutely demonstrated that he has the chance to be an all-world quarterback. Because of everyone who's ever played the position at his age, in many respects, he's better than them all. If that continues, so we need to see improvement, which we did week 1. What's to stop him from being a great quarterback?
Sharp Analytics? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Because I want to give him a promotion. You mention him all the time.
Yep.
So let's make sure we give him a promotion right there. Sharp Analytics.
Yep.
Is it sharpanalytics.com?
You can check him out on Twitter.
Twitter too. So because we want to make sure, because you mention him all the time. So let's make sure.
Analytics.
Well, you know what? I look at a lot of analytics. He's the best.
Fine. I know you. I'm just saying, damn it, you're a walking advertisement for the guy. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, if I quote him.
Give him all the time. Having said all of that, let me say this. Who you play against matters. And I'm not one that questions the potential of Lamar Jackson. I watched him at Louisville. I saw him do great things at Louisville. I think that John Harbaugh is an exceptional coach. I'm very fond of him. And I love the way he develops players. And the growth that I saw from Lamar Jackson, particularly yesterday, because those throws were absolutely on target. Hitting guys in stride. This kid, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, he is Hollywood. He is something special. This brother is special, even though I find it shocking to see that in one situation it was a safety on him, and in another situation it was a linebacker on him. I don't know how the hell that happened, Mr. Brian Flores. I mean, with that speed, I don't know how that happened.
They got some speed down the field, Stephen A.
But let me put into perspective, let's pump the brakes just a touch, because he was playing the Miami Dolphins. Who were atrocious. They gave up a 49-yard run to Ingram, a 60-yard run to Levine. They gave up the 83-yard bomb to Brown. They gave up another 47-yarder to him. You look at it going down and down. I'm looking at here. They gave up a 39-yarder to Andrews, an 83-yarder to Brown, a 33-yarder to Snead. I mean, you just look around. The Miami Dolphins were so atrocious. You just finished saying that the Dallas Cowboys had a bye week. Well, if the Dallas Cowboys had a bye week, what the hell did the Ravens have?
You know what the Dolphins are? You know what the Dolphins are? The Dolphins are the answer to the question, What would the Giants look like if they didn't even have Saquon Barkley?
That's right. Okay, fair enough, because that's really what this comes down to. And so in light of that reality, I got to pump the brakes just a little bit. Remember when we last saw Lamar Jackson against a real NFL team? With 13 minutes left,
yeah.
with
Deer
13
headlights,
minutes,
yeah.
with
That was
13
bad.
minutes left in the fourth quarter of a playoff game, this man had 3 completions and 25 yards passing. That's the last time, with 3 fumbles. That's the last time we saw Lamar Jackson against a real team. So I believe in him, but what I'm saying is you ain't going to get me to elevate my praise about him based on the Dolphins. I
Mr.
can't
Wet
do it.
behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. That's my whole point is we're measuring him against real players. He's a baby. When you measure him against the other babies, he's the best one. But somehow they are praised and expectations are not, and they're not called running backs who are put in the position.
Who are the other babies being praised?
Sam
that you're talking
Darnold,
about?
Baker Mayfield. There are many others. By the way, I mentioned.
Stop.
Yeah.
Even though I like Sam Darnold, he's got a ways to go. And the person that's been praising Baker Mayfield would happen to be you.
Deshaun Watson. There are others. By the way, I'm talking about he's so young, you have to look for historical comparisons. So just take guys who first attempted 150 passes just in the attempts. So some of these guys are even older than him. But I mentioned better numbers than Andrew Luck and Jared Goff, and the list goes on. When you compare him even to guys at similar stages in their career, his accuracy looks much different.
No, I totally agree. It was night and day from the taste he left in our mouth against the Chargers to this, but it was against Miami. But if we're talking AFC North quarterbacks, we would have thought Big Ben would have had a good day, Mayfield. No, it was actually Andy Dalton and Lamar Jackson who showed up.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.